Hello, and welcome to my channel where we may be dazed, but we are not confused. We are doing a What's Haunting My House reading for the sign of Taurus. So the purpose of this reading is to take a look at something that might be haunting you personally and get some insight into what you can do to try to integrate this information so that you can move forward into a more prosperous, joyful, and peaceful future. All right, Taurus. So looking at the cards that I made ahead of time, it appears that you have a bump in your bedroom. So the numbers associated with this card, or these two cards, are 2 and 2. So 22. I'm also hearing that 4 could be of significance to you as well. So, bump really gives across to me a message of something physical in your environment that is exerting a force on something else, which is causing some type of shift or some type of movement to take place, which results in a bump, which gets your attention. And so I feel like there is something in your physical environment that is causing some type of reaction. It's putting force on something and it's causing a bump and it's getting your attention. This is taking place in your bedroom, and the bedroom is a place of relaxation. It's a place of rest. It's a place that we go to sleep at night. It's also a place where we relax and, all of those things that we like to do in our personal lives that, are beneficial to us, all right, on a more personal level even. So the fact that this is taking place there lets me know that there is something that's taking place within your space and your ability to be able to relax, to be restful, and to feel comforted and at home, and maybe even vulnerable. I'm picking up that could even be an issue as well. Okay, so let's take a look at the Rider-Waite, and we're going to see if we can get some clarification on this. Okay, pardon me while I shuffle. All right, so we have a Queen of Swords in reverse. So with this energy, this is someone who is not very happy. It's a person who could be a little aggressive, sharp with their words. Someone that is just not necessarily a woman or identifying as female. It could also be a male energy. But the Queen of Swords in the upright is a woman or a person who is able to judge things clearly, and they are able to listen to different ideas, listen to an argument that someone makes or a justification, and they use their own logic to sort through the BS basically and figure out what it is so that they can, be clear about the next step that they want to take. Now with this in the reverse, this is someone that's embodying that energy, but they're doing it in a very aggressive, much less diplomatic or tactful way. This could be someone that's, cutting someone down, maybe even cussing somebody out in the process, not taking a lot of nonsense and making sure people know that, this would almost be like someone that you might stereotype as being like a bee. That's not necessarily a bad thing all the time, but in this context, it would be more the negative connotation of it. All right, somebody reacting that way. So with this combined with the two cards that we pulled out before, there could be a disturbance that's taking place in which you may be taking on this Queen of Swords energy and feeling as if you need to react in this way. But because this is haunting your house, which means that you're not quite paying attention to it, it's imperceptible, it's kind of there, but you're not really paying attention to it. So this is why it's showing up in this way. I feel as if there could be a person that you're interacting with who is showing up with this Queen of Swords in reverse energy. So, the bedroom is your place of comfort, is your place of reprieve. After a long day at work or just a long day out in the world, it's the place that you come to relax and to feel at peace. And I feel like you're not able to do that because this individual is bringing this kind of energy into your peaceful place, or what would be a peaceful place, and they are exerting a force that's causing a bumping in that space. And you're to the point where you're tired, I feel, of maybe ignoring it and just taking it as a normal thing. I feel like what you're wanting is some peace and quiet, or for your space to just feel more homey or to feel more protected. And I don't feel like you are picking that up right now. So I'm also picking up, it could be a roommate as well, you know, so it doesn't have to be necessarily like a romantic partner. It could be a roommate. It could be maybe even a family member that you might be at odds with their attitude in your living space, particularly if you're sharing a living space, and maybe with the amount of room that you have, it could be causing this kind of energy. All right, so let's take a look at the Divine Feather Messenger and see what we can get from here. All right. And the card I got is the White Owl. And I've actually gotten this card like 3 times on all of these readings, so it's very heavy energy with this, okay? It says, the wisdom and messages of the divine are within you. So I feel like you are recognizing that you need to do something about this, and that it is possibly just not only like disturbing your living environment, but like your peace. And there's something inside of you that's telling you that you need to take maybe perhaps some type of action, maybe message this person or have a conversation about this to try to diffuse the situation and see what's going on and what you can do to try to balance it out. So let's read the actual message for this card. It says, the white owl awakens a keener sense of listening, seeing, sensing, and knowing. This divine messenger encourages you to follow your intuition and allow those senses to expand as you do so. Our ability to connect to the divine messengers is a skill that needs to be used for the highest good. Now is the time to pay attention to the messages that you are receiving, whether through synchronicity, repetitive thought, or direct revelation. Follow the guidance that asks only for the best and highest good for all. So, I mean, I feel like there could be a conversation that you guys have had or you are needing to have, and maybe you're picking up this kind of energy. And this is just kind of saying that in addition to listening and reading between the lines, it's also important to use your intuition as well. All right, to try to figure out what you can do to maybe, you know, just diffuse the situation if it's possible. But let's keep going and look at some more cards. Now we're going to look at the Mystical Shaman Oracle. All right, we have the Blade. And this is funny because, you know, the Queen of Swords is holding a blade. So let's read the message for this. And it is card number 6. The blade represents sharpness of the mind, body, and spirit. Pointing upward, it summons the power of heaven. When aimed down to the ground, it anchors the power of the heavens on earth. The blade can be a healing tool or a weapon. Wield it wisely, and it will transmit power, bestow initiations, cut energetic cords from the past, or sever toxic relationships. Use it with anger, and it will slash, stab, and kill. You are invited to draw your blade and use it. It is not auspicious to hesitate, to waste time in idle talk, or to hide from the inevitable. Heaven and earth are aligned to support you in claiming your power, so take decisive action. Overcome your fear of hurting others. Unsheath the blade and use it wisely. It's time to put down the sword and place it back in its scabbard. Do not offer your blade in service to toxic emotions. You will be faced with an even more disagreeable future with the people or situations that you are attempting to banish. Put the blade to rest until your inner fire has mellowed. Then use your blade with impeccable intention to cut the energetic cords that are tying you to drama at hand. Set yourself free. So that kind of flipped it a little bit to where it could be you with this Queen of Swords energy in reverse. And this is just kind of some advice to be careful how you interact with others. If there's like a roommate or a family member or a lover or a partner that you're sharing space with, and you're just there, the way that they are interacting with you or showing up in your space is making you want to cut them out because you want to have your personal space be free of that type of energy. You know, like we said, it's a place that we come to for like a respite. We come there to rest. We come there to get away from the drama and the chaos. And if you have that in your face all day, and then you come home and you're dealing with that, and it's in your face, in your bedroom, you get no peace. It's very easy to come into this kind of energy with the Queen of Swords in reverse. But the message of the blade is saying that it's so important to be mindful of the way that you do it. There are ways to use it to be clear, distinct in the message that you want to convey without using it to be destructive. You know, the other way with this is it could also be that the individual that you're engaging with is the one that is being kind of destructive. Maybe they are feeling some type of discomfort and they are putting this off on you in the way of kind of disturbing your peace to try to get a point across. But if they could get the point across differently, then maybe it would be easier to resolve those issues. All right. So let's get one more card. And this is the Peace Oracle. Oops, and we just want one card, so I'm going to keep shuffling. And the card that we got is Trust. So, I mean, there could be some trust issues here. That could be at the root of this discontent. So, let's read the message. It says, your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. Rumi. Let the walls down. I am with you. Flaunt your need to give and receive love. Let it be your strength. The injustices of the world are like grains of dust against a mountain. They have no impact here. You are strong, ever strengthening, confident of the love that surrounds you. Delegate a task. Resist interfering. Bonds strengthened through adversity. Confidentiality builds confidence in yourself and others. Turn to reliable, steadfast, proven responses and people that you know. I have confidence in sunshine, starlight, and love. I trust in dawn, twilight, and peace. Love and peace are as constant and present as gravity. These invisible forces stretch across the universe, binding life within their soft, golden touch. I feel their presence surrounding me, holding me, and in their safe and gentle hands, I am home. So yeah, I feel like that pretty much wraps up what we have been picking up with the cards here, that there is a need to really have a conversation and air out any grievances that are causing this disruption, because in the way that you are picking up this bump is manifesting as a bump in your bedroom, the other person is also experiencing some type of disturbance as well. And their way of reacting to it is to cause more disturbance, maybe to get your attention. And if you're kind of ignoring it, that might be their way of trying to reach you so that you can be aware that there is a problem so that you can deal with it. But I think there needs to be a chance for both of you to come at it from a space of mutual respect and trust that the other person is genuinely trying to resolve it for the highest good of everyone that's involved, in order to diffuse it from becoming something that blows up into even more discontent. All right. We're going to use the blade wisely to sort through, cut off binds to the past, and not use it to destroy. Okay. All right. So this is what I have for you, Taurus, for your What's Haunting My House reading. I hope that this was helpful and that it provided you with a little bit of insight so that you can process some of this advice and use it to really move forward into a more peaceful and prosperous future for yourself. All right. Thank you for joining me on this channel where we may be dazed, but we are not confused. And until the next video, bye-bye.